All right, guys, we're back for another live-streamed game, and this time we've got Andreas and we've got Weil here who are going to be playing some of their warbands on the table. So, Weil, who are you playing here today?
Eightfold Path, the good guys.
Yeah. And Cad, who's Andreas playing against? Who we got over there?
Andreas is playing the sellswords. They're also the good guys, because everyone is good guys and everyone is bad. And Beasts of War have given me control of buttons.
This is only going to go well. So we shall see.
So in the comments, if you think I'm not showing anything, go, Cad, you need to control the buttons better.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking back over at the console and checking things out. That sounds really official, doesn't it? I'm
Yeah.
checking the console out.
It's a
But
good
anyway,
console.
Yeah, let's get going. Let's get this game going.
So-
Let's get stuck in.
While you're the active player,
Yes.
Andreas, you're the reactive player, and you're about to go into your second turn.
Mm-hmm. So I start by drawing 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Oh.
The ooh means they're
Yeah,
excited.
yeah, we'll just have-
Either that or, ooh, I've lost the game.
And it's already over.
Poker faces all along.
So I will start by doing a double action on France, and I will move into the building.
Ooh.
Right, so I will react with Kolak and do the same.
So I'd say that's not conflicting.
Ah, it's not.
They're being friendly towards each other at the moment.
Closer to the mouth, please.
Closer to this mouth?
No, to the other mouth. Come closer to the other mouth.
Is that close enough?
Really close and loving it, yeah.
Alright, so I moved into the building, and so did Weil. I foresee a big clash inside the building.
I was going to say, this is already hotting up already. There's already, mounting up for a proper smashing melee here already.
And this is a grudge match. Who won last time?
I did. So Weil, if he beats me this time, I think he'll get a prize.
Are you going to deny him the prize?
I hope so.
It was so close, so close. For my next action, I'll do another double action again on Samuel by moving up to. There's a gnome wizard, so I'll go behind the barricades.
So this is coming up to just there on the camera. So just there.
Should I react to that?
This is the deep tactical decisions you're making. You've got to make in Fabled Realms, you see. So
No, I'm fine.
Then I'll move
Ooh.
them up to here. That is a double action, and I'll do another. Oh, there's a big pile for a gnome, but I'll do it anyways. Double action on Rollo, moving across the terrain. There's some crates, so it's half the movement
Yep.
across. So does he get then just 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can react to that.
No, I'm fine.
Yep. So he's
I'll take that in my stride. This will be fine.
You're very confident here.
Yeah, I have a strategy.
well,
Is it kill the other player?
Yeah.
and then
Never engage with another man who has a strategy, I think. Is it?
I usually don't. So I'll move Rollo just to the edge, and hopefully you can see across. Great. You want to react to that either, or will you now?
You're moving to there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And
There's a lot of concentration here.
yeah, I think I'm. I could charge actually. Ooh. I should have spent more. I'll just wait now. Just hold.
Patience is a virtue, they do say. So
Only have 1 momentum.
Alright. So that is your turn done?
Yep.
Okay.
That was a very tactical turn. That's the way to describe it. We've got Eightfold Path here with Samuel. We've got Eightfold Path here with Franz. Some Rollo action down at the bottom. We've got Karlek and his dwarven friends there. We've got Orphazine and her goblins back here. And I think Marcus is in the door there.
Yeah. Just come out having lunch.
So, Was there some deep plan that you're about to enact?
Yeah, I have some good cards. So, and I dislike what's his name again?
Samuel?
Samuel, yeah, because he did a lot of damage to Orphasin last game. So I think a certain gnome magician would like to go flying again.
See, this was something that I learned from going out into the hobby hall and watching you guys play, is that the gnome wizard does like to do a little bit of floating around, a little bit of hovering, a little bit of firing from top of roofs and stuff like that. He's a little bit flash, a little bit fly, and I think we're going to see that again now. Yeah, Andres?
Is that how he ended up on top of that building?
Poof! And he was throwing spells off the building as well. That's a great advantage.
Right, so I'm now the active player. I will start off.
Did you regenerate both your momentum?
Yes.
So I regenerate all my momentum.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I used 2, and then I only had 8, so I'm up to 9 again. My starting value, even though being the active player last turn. So I will start off with Marcus. He's going on a little flight. So I will roll his magic, which should be a. Sorry. It's a red, it's a yellow, and it's a green. And for each success, I get 4 inches of movement
I need to draw cards.
in any direction, up or down. Right, so that is 2 successes, which should be 8 inches of movement.
I had no.
Wow.
I had. Yeah. No, there's no reactions to the spells.
No, not to that one. It's play at any time. So
Yeah.
you can even use it to get out of a combat after somebody's charged you.
So I think
You're in a
now.
precarious but powerful position there, I'd say.
I think now, if I'd done my calculations right, yeah, he's within. He's within 50.
There is pre-measuring in the game.
If I got my set square out and worked out where I was on the compass, this
So he's now going to throw a lightning bolt at Samuel.
That seems a bit rude.
Let's see. I didn't have the. No. Samuel just.
Ooh, he takes it.
Are you going to react to it?
This isn't. I have some cover. Do I get cover from the crates, or is he too high?
From
He can see your whole body.
I'll move. I'll react by moving.
All right. Closer. Ooh.
Yeah, I need to get up on that roof to knock you down.
you can't quite see him on the closer cam, but there is definitely a little gnome on top of this building up here, just off the top to the right of your screen, and there are some very angry-looking men charging towards him as well. So yeah.
This gnome here?
Yeah.
Angry men.
That's the signposting
Right,
of the
so
Fabled
then we
Realms.
do-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's conflicting.
So this
Or-
is very conflicting, I think.
Right, no, not really.
Well, you'd be closer, and I can see your whole body from there as well. So.
but I could. It could depend on who is the closest.
He could swap models.
Yes.
So
it's
that is
conflicting.
true. I'll let you do that. That's
Okay.
fine.
Ooh.
So I go first.
You move.
Now, the lightning spell is one of the most powerful in the game. It can do lots of nasty things. Every time it causes a wound, he loses a dice from his magic, but he gets to roll again. I've got a feeling he'll lose yellow first.
So the thing is that if he moved Samuel in front, he'll have better defense against it. But now I can kill more of his models.
Yes, because Samuel has natural defense, but if you remember, the card says no equipment dice.
Ah, that's true. Ooh. All right. So
Choices.
let's roll my magic. But yeah, but I can't do on more models than one, can I?
No.
No. So I shouldn't have let him go first. Well, we'll fry one of his friends. So let's see. So that is a crit, and then I cause 2 wounds, and then I can attack again using the same.
He's dead.
He's dead already. Yeah, I guess he can't use these dice.
He can't use equipment dice.
He's only have equipment.
You get to roll the nice green dice to see if you permanently killed him. On a 5 or a 6, he's just dead.
I can't have been the only person who was hoping that to be a 5 or a 6. I think. Sorry, Andreas, but
Right, so
He's a bit crispy.
he's very crispy.
They also take 2 fear tokens
Oh yeah.
from the 2 wounds.
Oh, and Marcus actually gets experience as well.
Yeah, he gains 2 experience.
So he casts 2 spells.
Yeah.
So that's 2 experience, and he gains 2 experience for the wounds.
Yep.
That's good. Because we're playing our first campaign game as well.
Ooh.
So what I want to do next is I just want to move poor Marcus out of the way a bit.
So Marcus is the known that just fried that poor spearman. Don't move him yet. Because
Oh yeah,
they're...
you can react. Yeah, that's true.
React by moving.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be able to charge me on top of the rooftop, would you? No.
I can go back there.
Yeah, I don't see this as conflicting.
I see it as conflicting.
Ooh.
Oh?
Or you're just moving.
I'm just moving
yeah.
away.
Yeah. Good.
So yeah.
So it's not conflicting. Sorry.
So we'll just move our models.
This-
I thought there was some secret thing
No,
going on
no.
there.
Me too.
I don't have an instant win card.
Is there an instant win card in the deck?
It's got keyword CAD, so only CAD can play it.
and just so you know, for this special game, Cad has brought his card along to play the game with.
Sorry.
You know what they say, designers of the game are not very good at it.
Alright, so the game uses true line of sight. But if I move once and then I move again, I could charge, right?
You can charge out of line of sight, it's just shooting that's in line of sight.
Alright, okay.
So, Kat, can we get an overshot? Just have a look down at the table and see what the position is now and stuff. Yeah, where they could. There you go. There's your overhead shot for you. Don't worry.
We're kind of a bit off.
Don't worry. The
we're
action
here.
is still happening.
I'm going to see if I can... No, that's the hobby hall, so there's people out there having
They're
fun.
having fun.
Um,
It's okay. It's okay. We'll stick
I'm
on
gonna
one
do-
and two. It's fine. So.
I was thinking what we could do is just move the
It's all right.
buildings
It's fine.
down.
It's fine. People will be okay. The action will get harder. It's fine. So.
I just poked models.
No, it's fine.
So these are models here where my fat fingers are.
Alright, so I think Orphosine will be charging Samuel. Because she was taken out by him last game.
So this really is a grudge match.
It is a grudge match, so I want revenge.
I can spend 1 momentum to do another combat round.
Yeah. You can declare another combat round. If Andreas wins, though, the situation awareness roll off, he could allow you to do it first, in which case you do nothing.
Okay, so I can save my momentum.
Yes.
So I will not do anything.
Alright, so I spend point of momentum to go 4 inches to there, and then 2 inches to there. And then goblins also move 6 inches. Finally, a game where goblins are as speedy as everyone else.
Yeah, dwarves are still slow.
I think that's just a general thing for dwarves. You just have to take that in your stride, don't you? I think so. Very small strides, but you take it in your stride. So. Yeah.
So now moved Orphosine with 2 spears backing because they have fight through and spear.
Okay.
Serious demon Justin
Mike
in the
is now
background
closer
there, so.
to my mouth. So Orphosine has charged Samuel with 2 goblin spearmen.
Just there.
Yeah. So 2 goblin spearmen because they have fight through and spare.
Yep.
And 1 goblin spearman also in combat with Samuel. So now we do have a bit of a card
A little bit of card play.
play, yeah.
I'll just say we are going to be doing some cool stuff with the long haul later. So if you are missing out on the big long haul and all that cool stuff, that will be in stuff that's happening tomorrow and all sorts of things as well. So don't bear that in mind. It's fine.
There might be some hero fighting.
Hero on hero action. I think that was what we were going for, wasn't it?
I know, Justin told me off for innuendo earlier.
But do.
But it doesn't matter, does it?
No, not really. No. A little bit more.
All right, so yeah, that's good. I think that's good. All right, so I'll play my first card first, which is a Weapon of Renown, which means for the rest of the game, Orpheusine gets a +1 blue dice.
I'll save mine for France.
So, because Weil has not played a card, you can play one more card. It looks like you might have one prepared.
I have one prepared. It is Deadly Cut. So you used this to great effect against me last game, which turns critical into 3 successes, and that can be any number of criticals as well. So since she has a big number of dice, I hope this will kill him in one go. Sadly, it's not your leader, so I don't get a, a spot prize.
No, you're not assassinating the leader.
No, I'm not. All right, so Orpheusine has situational awareness of 8, so she will most definitely go first.
Are you sure? Do we need to work out Samuel's?
I think so. I think he's at 1 or 0.
Samuel has a situational awareness at level 2, but he's bulky 2. No, yeah. So it's down to 0.
Yeah, he's going last.
Yeah.
The Goblin Spearmen are on 3, so they go after Orpheusine, and then it's your Spearmen as well.
Yep.
All right, so Orpheusine has a bunch of attacks. So she has 2 purple. With her Weapon of Renown, she has 2 blue and 1 green.
And she charged for an extra green.
And she charged for an extra green, and she's in combat with sellswords for an extra green. So this is
So this is going to be quite bloody.
Yeah, I can feel the pain already.
So let's hope for a big hit here.
Or not.
Or not. It's 1 and 2 crits and 1 hits.
They are still 3 successes each, though.
Yeah, so it's a total of 7 successes so far.
And so someone was saying in the comments, they were talking about, Titrian was saying, is there going to be some kind of quick reference that will come out in the future for people with dice and some of the sort of mechanics in the game as well?
Yeah, the people here do actually have a quick reference sheet.
Yeah.
Also, as it is in the beta stage, the trackers are going to have the dice down the side.
Cool. So there you go.
And I'm also using the coloured dice that Jerry made.
Yep.
And you will be doing custom dice.
We will. The D6 were in it because a lot of people, they can associate easier with the D6s, but basically they are custom dice still.
Yep.
It's just the numbers, the custom part.
So if they're blanks on my dice, they are misses, and just a colored dot is a hit, and a colored dot with an X is a crit. So I roll for defense, 2 green, 1 blue and 1 red. And that is 4.
Yeah.
5. So 2 damage.
2 damage. Damn it.
And he's resilient as a white cloak.
Oh yeah. So I can then roll 2 green dice. And both fail. So if I had a success there, I wouldn't take the wound.
Yep, that's correct.
So Orpheusine, is that 2 experience for doing 2 wounds or 7 experience for causing 7 wounds?
2 experience for 2 wounds.
Yep, good. Just clarifying.
Otherwise, she might get powerful very quickly.
Quickly indeed.
So we've got another comment quickly. Luca Jar is saying, what races are actually in the world of Fabled Realms? Kat, if you just give us a quick rundown of that while these guys are planning some stuff out.
Yeah, so the basic races you've got at the moment are the humans. You've got elves, dwarves, goblins, gnomes, all the things that you'd expect normally. But you've also got things like the Trogkin. So anybody that's seen a Terror has seen one of the Trogkin races. He's just been changed a bit by the curse. But you also have, you've got some Barrow Drakes, which the dwarves know about. Everybody else, not so much.
Yeah.
You've got a few other different races, green hags in the water. So there's a lot more role-playing style things that we're going to bring out as like interactive events that can be in games. But yeah, the basic, you've got some variation in different elves and things. Orphazine is a Nahauan elf, so she actually has bonus dice over a normal elf, whereas one of the things you might be interested in is a Salvakian dwarf, which these two are. They get blood brother dwarf, and they can share wounds between each other because they'll get in the way and save their friend. They won't get in the way for an orc, though.
There you go. So actually, there's quite a few different races and stuff going on. And
Yeah.
sorry, Andreas, it's fine. We can continue now. So,
Yeah,
but,
so
just a little answer there for everyone on the line.
I just picked up a huge number of dice for my goblins because they have.
I was going to say that is a clutch of dice.
So they have 2 yellow and 1 green. Plus they have 1 green for being aggressive. Do I add 1 green for charging as well?
You do.
And I add 1 green because they're sellswords.
Yes.
So I add 3 more green, which is a big pile of should be 24 dice in here.
There should be.
Let's see, is that correct?
You need 5s and 6s though.
I do. I actually need more green dice. So I'll add 3 missed green dice because I don't actually have enough
dice.
green dice. So let's see. I need 6s on the yellows and 5s on the green, and we'll re-roll 3 of the green ones that missed because. Oh wow! Right. So this is a huge number of
Devastating.
hits. So maybe Samuel is finally going down. Just maybe. So that should be. Wow. So this is 10 wounds.
Whew. Okay, I'm still rolling the 2 greens, blue and a red.
Yeah.
Just a crit. So 8.
That is 8 wounds.
8 resilience rolls.
So I'll roll 4 green. So take 2 wounds. And then this again. 5 wounds. And he's taken
2 already.
2 already. And that means he is dead.
So in a single round of combat, I bet you're kind of upset that wasn't Franz.
Well, he was the model that upset me the most last time.
Yeah.
So he's more important to me than his leader.
That's the kind of thing that can happen over legacy games as you start to play them. You'll have these little grudge matches with people that aren't necessarily just the captains of different warbands and stuff.
More importantly, would you like to roll your yellow dice to see if he dies permanently?
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
more death.
So on a 6, I'll kill him permanently.
Oh, so close.
So we'll just switch to the overhead. That was a 5 there, guys, just so you're aware. So yeah, it was very close.
Goblins
very close.
gain experience.
Yeah.
The goblins do.
Oh,
How many wounds?
10 wounds.
And how many got through? It was 8.
Yeah, 8 got
8
through.
got through.
So they gained 8 experience points.
Among them as a group.
Yeah, they're a 1 henchman group.
Yeah, good. That is good.
So
Might run out of experience counters.
Bunch of them over there as well.
I planned for this eventuality.
Luckily, we got a big number of experience tokens and other tokens in our beta weekend box.
Yep. And that was if you see him, little Geordie Robbie out there.
So, but you do have a spearman
I
who
do.
can do something.
So he will pile in to Officine, and he will strike with his mighty 2 green dice.
He gets a blue and a green, the spearman.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a
I mean,
blue-
you can
blue and
use 2 green if you
green.
like.
I'll take the blue. 2 blanks.
Doesn't matter in
No,
the end.
no.
All right.
Clearly so horrified at the death of his compatriot there. So yeah.
You're thinking I'm out of here.
I think
Yes.
we'll spend 1 to try to finish him off.
I can react with Rollo.
Yeah, you can.
I could even charge with Franz.
You can't charge unless you're charging the active unit as the reactive player.
Okay.
So you can if you can make it over here.
That's what magic's for, right?
Yeah, that is what magic's.
I'll have to go through.
Go through the orc.
And 2 big dwarves.
So
Big. Sturdy dwarves.
Chunky dwarves.
Rollo will go over here.
Comfortable dwarves. Comfy dwarves.
So do we test situational awareness to see who goes first?
would you consider it a conflicting action?
Well, yeah, because he might cast magic into the combat. Well, he can cast offensive magic into the combat.
No, he can cast buff magic into the combat.
Yeah. He can buff that spearman. I think that... I'm confident that Orpheusine will take him out. I'm quite confident. Yeah.
It's not conflicting.
No.
No. So I'll just move.
In the case of non-conflicting, the active player does
yeah.
their action first.
Oh, so I have to declare, but I won't do that because I don't have anything to buff with. Spoiler.
All right, spoilers. All right, so Orpheusine goes for another set of attacks. Let me get my dice out.
Are you not playing any cards to kill this lowly spearman?
No.
I don't have any cards to help him survive either. Just hoping Rollo can now mop up the rest outside while Franz takes care of the
So
orc
she
inside.
didn't charge his turn, so she doesn't gain an extra green dice. But we have a bunch of dice to roll anyway, so let's see.
Oh, wow.
So it's 2, 3, 5, 6 hits.
6 hits.
Yeah.
1 blue defense die.
Go on, you can do it.
Hey, it's a crit. So 3.
So he's still dead.
So he's still dead.
You still did the best you could. Yay!
So you can't actually gain more experience than the person had wounds.
Yeah.
So you only get 2 experience.
Only get 2 experience, that's fine.
For massacring that poor spearman.
Apparently, it sounds like I'm commentating a snooker match. Did anyone else get that vibe from it? It's like, oh, that was a bad miss.
Would you like to roll your green dice to see if the spearman permanently dies?
I would. Yes.
I think we need more of this. Oh,
Oh, they're all just very
Rolled a 1
lucky.
There. Rolled a 1.
Yes. So then Rollo can move over here.
Yep.
After all that.
Yeah.
Or I was like, I wonder if they're dead yet. Oh, no, they're dead. Okay, they're definitely dead.
Now he's realised that he's probably just looking at Orpheusine across an open plain.
Yeah.
As blood drips down the front of the outhouse. The outhouse? The longhouse over there. Not the outhouse.
Although I'm not confident that that the big orc and the two dwarfs can take out Franz and his retinue, I am contemplating just charging headlong in and see what happens.
And damn the consequences.
And damn the consequences, yeah.
There was some sneaky measuring going on there.
What are we planning over here? What's going to make this turn in our favour?
We have to fight inside the house.
Okay. That's what's happening next.
Yeah, no.
That's in this house here.
I'm not the active player, so I'm not dictating this at
Yeah,
the moment.
why not? Let's go in.
I gotta say, this does actually look a little bit like one of those Hollywood face-offs. But both the groups have burst through the doors, and they see each other across the rest of this merchant shop, and they're like, right, time to settle this. Yeah.
So these two also fought in the last game.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah.
And Franz had Karlak on 1 wound remaining before Karlak killed Franz. So this is also very, very much a grudge match. So let's move them in.
Did Weil want to react?
Yeah, that's true.
I can only react by doing.
You can charge him.
I can. Oh! I will.
And then if
I
you
will
charge,
charge
you gain the green dice.
I will charge you back.
Ooh, so it's situational awareness to.
Yeah.
And I don't have much of that. Being an orc.
Karlak is unfortunately not the fastest at reacting.
So I think both Karlak and the dwarves have the 1 in situational awareness.
Well, they have the green dice.
They do. Yeah.
And both of you are bulky. So you gain an extra green dice each.
Oh yeah, that's true. Good.
So I have a purple dice and a green dice for France. I get 3 successes and 1 crit, and
He wins.
he wins.
so I charge.
So after all that build-up, I kind of ruined it for you.
Yeah, that's what you do, isn't it?
Goddamn,
is.
Cad! What the hell are you doing, man?
It's because I don't have my card.
So I can go into the dwarf and then go around the base.
Well, remember, he's only got 6-inch movement.
So you can only hit the dwarf,
Okay.
and then in his situational awareness step, he then can roll around the base.
Okay.
So if your men can't get through the door in the first place, that might cause them some problems.
It's closest to
Closest, yeah. Yeah, so it has to be closest unengaged to closest unengaged until they're all
Oh,
engaged,
okay.
or
Then only France can get in.
he can, as long as he ends up in contact with the closest.
He can then.
Yeah.
He can then
So you
move.
can still do the king and sort of move around the bases a bit and get more models in.
Yeah.
And get more carnage going on. Yeah.
Yeah, and it allows you to actually charge 2 models if you want.
So this guy stands in the door.
He's moral support, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go.
Reinforcements for the inevitable.
So is Karlak at the moment. He's standing in the back.
Yes.
He's waiting for one of the dwarves to free up a space for him.
Hurry up and die.
That's very generous.
I think France will try to help with that.
Yeah. All right. So I think. So who goes first? Well,
The active player plays the first card.
yeah, I don't have any cards to. I'm not casting any cards.
That's good, because then Wild can only play 1.
I'm sorry if I'm quiet, by the way, but I'll try and keep my mic even closer to my face and see if that makes any difference. Either that, or you're just going to fall in love with my voice all over again. So, yeah.
I'll play Weapon of Renown on France.
Oh wow.
So his Nomian longsword is gains an additional blue dice.
That's what fans need. More good dice in combat.
I know, with, was it 3 red and a purple? He really needed that blue.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a green, red, blue. No, sorry, I'm so 3 reds.
You can use Samuel's stats if you really want.
No, I was looking at his defense.
Okay.
I'm scared of that orc. It hits quite hard. So France's situational awareness. He goes first.
Yeah, he's 4 and bulky, so he goes down to 3. Karlek is 2 and bulky, so he goes down to 1, as do the dwarves.
Yeah.
Yep. So he goes first. So 3 red, a purple, and a blue. Can he move there now?
Yeah,
into
he can
Karlek?
now move 3 inches,
Then he will move.
or roll around the base.
Roll. Let's point his sword in there.
He's trying to block you with his sword.
So he moves into Karlek. Okay. And hitting on Karlek. Or
He's hitting on Karlek, is he?
Oh no.
That's a special symbol on the dice there, yeah.
Oh, you forgot to add 1 green.
Oh, and a green. Thank you. So
He didn't need that one.
3 crits and 1 hit, so
7.
7.
Yeah. Good.
Would you like to parry one of those dice to make him re-roll it?
Yes, please. I would like to parry the blue crit.
So the
As worthwhile.
it went from a crit to a hit.
Yeah, so that is down
6.
to 6. Right, so I only have 1 purple defense die.
Yep.
So, but luckily he has 7 wounds, so he won't die from this alone. Well,
Not quite.
not quite. See, he takes 6 wounds. Good.
And 6 fear tokens.
And 6 fair.
And 6 experience on France.
6 experience on Franz.
So the experience from in Fabled Realms is done based on the wounds you do, not necessarily just by who you kill, effectively. So
Yeah, because if you fight a Terran, you only got 1 experience point for killing a model, and you've just killed
That
a
would kinda
25
suck.
wound model,
Yeah.
you'd be a bit sad.
yeah. That's cool though, because it means that you've got that kind of aspect of battle scars going on in a way, haven't you? So like you caused this many wounds to something, and that's your sort of claim to fame in the pub afterwards, kind of thing.
Yeah, and on the plus side, we've got that. It's only a flesh wound achievement that people can get.
Yeah.
At least Samuel's already on the way to it.
Yeah. Well, that's a plus.
So I think your
Is my Axeman?
Yeah, your X-Men
Axeman.
next.
So this Axeman can then make room for his buddy. It's a small room, but
there's a huge mass of humanity, dwarf manatee, and orc manatee in there.
There's a lot of manatees.
In a small
sea
room.
cow game. That's what we're looking for. Yes.
I'm sure somebody's made one of them.
There's a game for everything nowadays. There
There
definitely
is.
must be a sea cow. If anyone's got a sea cow game, put it in the comments. Yeah, let's go with
I
that.
think they're in. Have you ever played Unstable Unicorns?
Oh yes,
I
they
think they're in
are,
that.
aren't they? Ah. Anyway,
the
Let's not talk about Mike.
the The human axeman has 2 green dice each, so I only have 4, and they get 1 for charging as well.
Yes, they
So
do.
they have 3 dice each. So I'll just roll 1 at a time, I think.
Yeah.
It'll be the easiest, and I'll hit the dwarves.
Are they targeting? Which dwarf are they targeting?
Oh, so I have to split, yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 of them will take this one, and no, 2 on him. So hopefully he won't be able to hit on France.
There's a lot of people hitting on each other.
So 2, and so 5 hits.
5 hits on that dwarf. Man.
Now you do gain an extra blue dice because of the additional model that's trying to hit on you.
Yes.
So that's a purple, blue, and yeah. All right. So let's see. How many did you do? 5?
5.
Yeah. That's 1.
So
So-
4.
But they are blood brothers, so I'll share wounds.
And resilient.
And resilience as well, so I'll roll my 4 resilient rolls immediately. So 2. So I'll take 1 wound each.
Yep.
So I gain 1 experience on each, or no, on the group.
It's the group.
2 on the group, and then the remaining will strike. Is that a better word than hit?
Yeah.
So he'll strike on the dwarf with 1.
Right, but that removes my blue though.
Yes. Oh wow, he did better.
He did much better. He critted, so no damage.
Oh.
So, do Karlak or the dwarves go first? Good question. Well, this dwarf is definitely hitting France. Should have 3 green and 1 blue. But it's only 2 hits.
So that dwarf hit on
France.
France.
So would you like him to parry one of those dice?
Yes, I will. You will parry the green dice. Oh,
Wasn't a crit though. Wasn't a crit.
Parried it into his face.
He was distracted.
France has a green, a red, and another green in defense.
He's fine.
Yep. He critted on the red.
So the other dwarf will hit on this axeman. Nothing.
All misses.
Yeah, he was thinking about it.
And then no.
Nope.
So big man Karlak himself.
Yeah, so that dwarf missed on him.
So big man Karlak will go on.
Can only.
Yeah, that's true.
He's only in base-to-base contact.
He's
with
only in
France.
base with France. So he'll have to hit France with all he's got. And he's aggressive as well, so he gets another green die.
He's just a bit grumpy.
Right, so that is 1 crit and 1 more crit.
Normal success.
On the blue?
Yes.
6 is crits on that. Yep.
So
2 hits.
2 hits. So you re-roll the blue dice.
Yep. Still hit.
Still a hit. Okay, and then I have the defense.
Oh no, so it's 3, not 2.
Okay, 3. Removing 1, so taking 2 wounds.
And you are
Resilience.
resilient.
Yep. So 2 greens. Still 2 wounds.
Yes.
Does Karlak feel a little bit better now?
He does, because before he did any wounds on France, he took 5 or 6 of his wounds last game, and he did the same this game. So
Kind of going for the same system.
yeah, he does. All right. I forgot to add 2 fair tokens to my unit for dwarves taking wounds.
As France took 2 wounds, he also got 2 fair tokens.
So what to do now? What to do now?
For those that aren't in the know, how does the whole fear token thing work in the game for Fabled Realms? So.
Okay, so with the fear tokens, at the end of a round, you check whether your unit is broken or not, and that's based off of your unit's morale. So Sellsword's not so good with this. Karlek, I believe, is morale blue or green.
He's not good.
So he's got, you count the number. Blue dice is worth 3, so he can have 3 fear tokens on him personally before he's broken. Each additional model in the unit gives an extra 1, so that would be 5 fear tokens. I think they might be a bit over.
I think they have 7 currently.
But luckily, it doesn't matter until the end of the round.
So you can kill your way to a victory in between this, then, yeah.
You can fight through your fear.
But we are now at the end of an action.
Yep.
I can then play Cleric's Remedy, or Cleric's Remedy, and remove 1 wound from friends.
Now Karlek is less happy.
Yeah, he's just seeing the wounds grow back. He just made with a ferocious headbutt, and he's not happy. All right, so I don't think I can pile more models into that. So I think Orphosine will do a double action to charge Rollo.
You're going to beat on that tiny little gnome.
Yeah.
Rollo will do a double action and move backwards.
Yep.
Rollo will not let her beat down on that little gnome.
Although we do have situational awareness thing.
I wonder if Orphosine might win.
I hope Orphosine might win. She does have a lot of... Yeah, she has a purple and 2 greens.
Yeah, we'll see. Rollo. 1 green and a yellow.
All right. So I got 1.
And I got 1.
So I choose.
The active player chooses.
No!
So the little gnome is getting charged.
You sure you don't want to let him get away?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm quite confident about that.
Orphosine's on like a bloodbath at the moment. She's hacking her way through everything. It's
I
crazy.
think she's just counting experience. You know, like people in when they're playing massively multiplayer games, they just go in and you're trying to kill something and they steal it.
Yeah.
I think Orphosine just plays like that,
I think
really.
that's probably how it works, yeah.
Yeah, she's just quite happily murdering everything and going, "Don't worry, goblins."
Well, the goblins did kill Samuel.
Yeah, actually, it's the goblins that stole her kill.
Because she did
Oh,
2
yeah,
wounds
yeah.
and they did 10.
Yeah,
So that's kill stealing of the extreme in that case.
It is.
isn't it? So yeah.
they're trying to show her up.
Yeah.
So now you're back into the card play.
Yeah, I'm not casting any cards.
I cannot cast spells in combat.
Depends on the spell.
Yeah. Well, Mind Shard.
Yeah, it says, if you read it, it says, play...
Yeah. If used in combat, this attack can target a single model in base combat, allocating all offense dice to them.
It replaces your combat attack, which for him is not necessarily a problem.
Well, he's got a hammer.
He's got a hammer, but I imagine his magic is slightly better than his hammer.
Unless it's a magic hammer. No? Okay.
Plus the fact that your opponent only defends with magic. So goblins are magic.
Ooh, not a lot.
Not a lot. So I have
A yellow die, so a 6.
So their armor would become just a yellow die. And Orphosine is magic?
Blue.
Okay. I'll.
I feel bad now for pointing this out.
So if he doesn't play a card, I can only play 1 card.
Yes, that's correct.
Unless it's a play at any time card.
Unless it's a play at any time card.
So I'll drink an Alchemist's Elixir. I'll have to pull all the tricks now because otherwise I'm a gnome short.
He's already short.
Yeah. So I'll play Mind Shard.
Yeah,
But that comes in on my attack.
it replaces your attack.
Yep.
Unfortunately for you, it doesn't go off immediately.
Yeah, he might not be able to do that.
So what's his situational awareness?
Green.
Less
yellow.
than Orphosine.
So,
a lot.
The goblins. Actually.
And the goblins. No, he's green yellow.
I'm green yellow. Goblins.
Yeah, so simultaneous.
Yeah. Right, so Orphosine will go first, obviously. So she has a bunch of dice. So she adds the blue for the weapon of renown, and she has 2 purple and a blue one from before, and then she adds 2 green, 1 for charging and 1 for being a sellsword. So let's see if we can do damage to Rollo. That is
A lot.
6 hits on Rollo.
He's got 2 blue defense dice. So 4.
Ooh.
And he's down to 1 wound.
He is resilient.
Oh, he's resilient as well. So 4.
Yeah, all the
green dice.
white cloaks are kind of on the way to being a Dragoi, really.
So only 2 wounds. Because I got
Yep.
2 successes on my resilience.
Yep, so 2 wounds.
I'm starting to root for this plucky little gnome. I'm
Yeah.
starting to really enjoy his work here.
He's now going to get to blow somebody's mind out
Yes.
Simultaneously
as he gets skewered.
as goblins.
So a spear goes through his gut, and he's like, spell.
Well, I'm guessing Weil is hoping for more than.
what I meant to do was, die heroic death. No.
So for dramatic purposes, I suggest you do your attack first.
I like dramatic purposes. That should be a new rule in the book.
For dramatic purposes. I've got a feeling that anybody that plays in a tournament might not like that rule.
In which case, we should definitely put it in.
Yeah.
Well, we do have the narrative die.
Yeah. So the narrative dice is if you want to do something cool, you just agree with your opponent what chance there is of you getting a success. So jumping off of the top of here, if you're a little gnome, I'd probably say that was a yellow dice, and if you failed it, you'd die.
I want to kill Josephine. Yeah. So a blue and a red dice.
And you're green for natural magicka.
Oh yeah. So 3 dice and 2 successes.
Yeah, and that was on Orphysine.
Yes.
And she has to
Only defend with magicka.
defend with Magicka. So a blue die. 1 wound.
1 wound.
And he gains an experience point. He gains
Hey.
2. Because he cast a magic spell.
Oh yeah.
True. Right, so
So
now
he
it's
learned something
goblins.
as he went down. There we go.
Yeah. You never know. The goblins.
I'm cutting him short now.
Oh, you're cutting a gnome
Isn't it,
short.
really, to cut him short? But yeah.
All right, so let's chuck these big pile of dice on the table. So we need 5s on the green, 6 on yellow. In the tray, as we like to say on our channel.
Ooh.
So
That looks like a lot.
And you have to re-roll 3 greens last time?
I found 3 dice, I think.
There's a lot of dice on the table.
I didn't have to this time. All right, so that is 8.
8, and I have 2 blue dice to defend with. 2 crits. I jinxed it and got 2
2-0.
2 nothings.
He is resilient, though.
So 8 resilient rolls
Yeah.
on green dice. And so 3 wounds and
And he's dead.
5 wounds, and he's dead.
Yeah, but the goblins only gain whatever wounds he had remaining. Right?
Yes.
So 3 experience for them.
I've got a feeling they're quite experienced goblins now.
I was going to say that it was quite a heroic death, really, in the end, wasn't it? But
So actually, how
he
much-
stood against overseeing and all these goblins. So.
How many wounds was Samuel total? 6. So the goblins would only gain 4 experience points for killing Samuel.
Yep.
And then Rollo had left now
3.
3, so they gained 3.
Would you like to roll your yellow dice?
I
See if he does an imp.
I feel bad for killing his heroes, though. I don't.
I was going to say, you haven't actually killed anybody
The
permanently
dice
yet.
knew that you were like, you know what, I don't want to do it just yet.
No.
Next game maybe.
Not the first Legacy game.
Not the first one, no. All right, so we are in a bit of bother with this thing going on.
How many momentum do you have?
I have 2 left.
Okay.
So Karlak. Ooh. Oh, Oh, that's a bad thing. Do that. Because I can disengage and get hit in the back, and Karlach would die. And I can try to stand, and Karlach would die anyway. I could rally, and then my turn, and he could hit me, and use his own momentum to hit. How many momentum do you have left?
3.
3, so big stack.
But it won't be until after he takes his nerve check.
True.
And he's lost 2 heroes.
Ah, yes. So I can try to do as most damage as possible to reduce those guys. To give them more nerve to think about.
You only count heroes, so at the moment you need to get as many successes as heroes +1 to stay on the field. He's now lost 2 heroes, so he'll need 3 successes, and he will have a morale of green plus 2 blues.
Yeah.
I can do that. Or I just jinxed it, but we'll see.
We'll do the narrative reroll dice.
Yeah.
So I think Karlach will rally.
I can then...
You can't react to a rally. You can react as a rally, but you can't react to a rally.
I can rally and remove my 2 fair tokens.
Yes.
I will do that.
Yeah. So his rally is a green.
And he also gains an extra green for each additional model.
So 4 greens.
There's only 2 extra models with him.
I was thinking about the goblins.
The goblins are outside,
Tokens removed.
fortunately.
They don't know what's happening inside the building. Yeah.
So
I've
you
got a
remove
feeling
2.
the goblins aren't worried.
And I have 2 blue, for 1 for being Eightfold Path and 1 for Francis Own.
And he also has a sensor, which gives him an extra blue.
Yeah, 3 blues. That
He's
is
not worried about
2
fear.
2 crits and 1 success. So removing those 2.
Can I rally again?
Yes, you can.
Yep. So I'll spend my last one to rally again. And removes another one. So there we go.
So I was afraid that you were going to go around the back with Josephine and come in this way.
Luckily, he wouldn't have been able to, because Orphazine only has command 3, and you can only take as much momentum as you have command +1.
yes,
Orphazine has taken 4, so therefore she couldn't do any more actions this turn.
Right, so that ends the turn.
And now we need to do the nerve check.
This is the tense bit.
So he's got a blue for himself, 1 for the sensor, and 1 for the for eightfold path.
And you need 3 successes.
3 successes.
Oh! And unfortunately, that's the end of the game.
So there we go. So in the end there, we had the Eightfold Path fighting there in that Merchants. But unfortunately, they heard the running of Orphazine outside. And they're like, they're definitely coming behind us. They're definitely trying to flank us. We need to get out of here as quickly as possible. So.
And Samuel went, Franz, for me!
Thanks for the game, mate.
How did you find it?
Well, I was a bit more confident about the main rules. Obviously, this is the second time I played a proper game of Fabled Realms. So yeah, the dice mechanic feels more natural for me only the second time around. So I feel that is a good way to show off how easy the game is to learn. Also using the cards more sparingly. I went all in for the last game, so I had no cards left. I had a couple of good cards, and I was hoping for a new hand next turn, but I think we might have forgot to refresh our hand for... No, we only had 1 turn. Didn't we?
Yeah, you had your first turn where you were moving, and then...
1 turn. So yeah, it's quick.
Yeah.
Obviously,
because we just managed to get that game in around an hour, which is pretty cool. We fudged a little bit at the start and stuff, and moved around a bit, but other than that, it was
when you
about an hour or
start,
so,
when you're quite experienced with the game, a starter set game this size can take about 45 minutes to an hour. It does get longer the bigger the game gets, obviously, but you're also we're explaining things and we're just having a bit of fun.
So one of the big things I want to say actually is, how did you guys feel playing on the kind of terrain that we have here as well? Like, is that a big thing for you here, having that narrative aspect to this going on at the same time as all the cool stuff with the combat and all that kind of thing?
Absolutely, it makes it much more alive. You know, you get into the action, and yeah, I should have used the terrain. My own situational awareness wasn't too good. I should have kept them. I shouldn't have split Samuel up there.
Well, Orphosine has a stack deck of situational awareness with her 8 in score, so she's fast.
Yeah, there's few things faster than her. Unfortunately, if she comes across Carusi at some point, she'll come across something faster than her.
But yeah, I do think terrain makes all games, not just this game, but all games depend on terrain. However you make it, if you make it yourself or you purchase it from wonderful people such as yourself. Yep. We own nearly this entire table of terrain except Hrothgar.
And now do you want it?
I have wanted this for several years now, and we do need it at some point in 2019 for a special project.
Cool.
So we're going to get that one at some point during this year, I think.
So you guys said you were doing, this was your first proper legacy game, I think you were doing. So you're going to be rolling for injuries and all those kind of things after the fact and seeing how things turn out and stuff. So I think we're going to try and get in for a video with you guys and see how that all comes together, I think so.
I think I have to might re-roll the whole warband.
I didn't kill a single one of your models.
No.
And the injury chart there's only one result where you could be retired. Otherwise it's just minor stat changes, because obviously you're rolling on the table to see if you die.
I'm really looking forward to playing this more and like learning all the finicky bits.
Play more games.
Details, just play it more. Yeah.
Cool.
But I'm looking most forward to seeing the narrative system in play, because when I read the rules on the plane ride over here, I was immediately drawn to the different way each faction recruits, gains gold or influence in the Eightfold Path's case. And that's something I haven't seen before, because most legacy games is like you get credits, you get gold, you get this certain influence thing, and every single faction does the same thing. But here is different. My sellswords will go on odd jobs and get gold in that way, and they can get hurt while doing it, so it's risky. While the Eightfold Path goes on recruiting and get small models that way, so it's very, very fun. Very themed to each different faction.
And how many white cloaks, grey cloaks even, your henchmen, do you think you might sacrifice to make more heroes?
All?
All right, well, there we go, guys. That was another game here on the live stream over at Beast of War. We've also got the live blog running at the moment as well, which is packed full of videos and galleries and all sorts of different things. We do have a competition running throughout the weekend, so if you're interested, you can get stuck in and you can comment and you can win. I think there's 3 £500 vouchers for foreground terrain, which is going up at the moment. So there's going to be some announcement about that throughout the weekend. And also maybe on the weekend of next week as well, which would be pretty cool. So yeah, loads of interesting stuff to get stuck into. So if you've enjoyed this live stream and you've been commenting along, it's always nice to see people in the comments there. There will be another game for a little bit of a lore stream as well, I think, later as well.
I think there's also Warren versus Justin.
Yes, I'm fairly sure that might be the next one. We shall wait and see, I suppose.
And because of Justin's Harry character creation model he's done, I think he's off sculpting him now, and Justin has hunted down Francis, one of the foreground guys, to create him a gnome wizard.
Awesome. Very cool indeed. So yeah, stay tuned for that. We've got loads of awesome stuff. As I say, get your comments in, and also you can download the beta rules for everything we've been doing here, as well as all the kits and things that everyone's been using, so the quick reference sheets and all that kind of thing as well.
Yeah.
Get that stuff in the download links we've got at the top of the live blogs. Go and check that out. Play this game over the weekend. Tell us what you think about it.
Tell us what's wrong.
Yeah, tell us what you'd like to see change and all those kind of things like that, because that's very helpful to the guys at Foreground. So
I mean, the dice changed completely from what they were originally, and the point is, with the feedback from the community, you can actually make changes to make the game better. Yeah, and that's always better than being a company where you go, yeah, well, we've already decided this, so we're going to stick with it, and it doesn't matter that nobody likes it.
Yeah, so make sure to get your stuff in the comments and stuff, and we'll see you in the next game. See you soon. Bye.
Okay, we are out in the hobby hall. Hello, everybody. Hopefully, you can still hear us. How are you getting on, Warren?
Good, good. I was taking into account your advice, your tips.
Yep.
So Justin advised me that well, he's created his own custom wizard.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hadn't thought of that, so I'm gonna see if I can do that. But I'm you know me. I'll try to do it anyway.
Yeah.
But he was So he was telling me that in the game he'd removed a beast, so there might be a bit of room for a big beast or something like that.
Well, I removed a Lear, who is a combat monster.
Yeah,
You know,
yes,
absolute.
yes, yes. So there might be space for like a combat monster in the game that we're going to play. I don't know, but you know,
I'm removing that to put in my wizard.
all right, okay, understand. So you're right. So
I'm removing one of my heroes, who is a combat monster,
yeah.
to put in a new hero, who is a magic
So you're
caster.
replacing a combat monster with a wizard.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, right. Well, look, I've taken it all on board.
Yes.
I'm gonna have a think now.
Have you built your deck yet?
What's that?
You have to build your deck.
What?
Deck of cards for abilities in the game. Have you built it yet?
I'll learn about that. Okay.
Okay.
So what time? Our next live stream is what? 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll be ready
Uh-huh.
for 4 o'clock. Okay.
Yep.
So wizard combat monster replacement thing. Okay. Right. You got all in there. Thank
right.
you for your advice.
All right.
Really appreciate it. And
Okay. You see, this is Warren trying to make it look that if he loses, it's my fault because I give him bad advice.
no, I really appreciate your advice. You're my best gaming buddy, man.
Yeah,
You know,
I know.
and you know that
He's getting in my head now. He's getting in my head.
You know that I take on board everything that you tell me, and you know.
You try to.
So yeah, and I really respect you.
Okay.
You know, and I really respect the fact that you took some time out of your day to give me this advice. So and now it would be the only respectful thing I can do would be to try and now take you up on that advice.
Okay.
And demonstrate to you that how much I respect you.
I'm nervous. I think he's going to kick my ass.
No. I don't believe it. I don't believe it for a second. But I am looking.
I reckon you're going to get inspired by the Viking terrain in there, and it's all going to well up inside. You're going to become Ragnar Lothbrok.
I think I am. I feel.
Channel it into the fantasy world of Fabled Realms, and it'll be powerful.
Things stirring, man. You know, I feel I don't know, kind of almost like a Las Vegas kind of a thing. You know, it's like it's all coming out, man. You know, I'm ready.
Tuning for this next game, then, effectively.
Yes,
so
absolutely, it is T-minus 53 minutes.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna get ready, and we're gonna go head
to war.
to head. We're gonna go to war.
Right.
We're gonna go to war.
And are we going to bring a couple of the foreground guys in with us to commentate?
Yep. So we'll bring Cad in, I'm sure, and we'll see about getting the Big Ben or somebody in as well. So.
All right, cool. All right, well, everybody, stay tuned. Hopefully you're enjoying the live blog. Don't forget, we have our kit bash competition in the forums. Get across. You can find out all the rules and the details at the top of the live blogs. Get your comments in on the live blogs because we still have 3 £500 foreground terrain vouchers to give away. We'll see you again soon.
Okay, guys. Bye.